And so, yeah, so if you're 500 pounds and can't fit in an economy class seat, get a first class seat. Yeah, it costs more, but there's more of you. You need a bigger seat. Coach Greg, in today's video, fat acceptance has gone too far. That's right, I've said it. We have a plus size social media influencer. Her goal to change the way flying works. And so she herself, she's morbidly obese. She's very much overweight. And when she sits on a plane, she can't sit in one single seat. Her stomach is so wide it takes up at least 2 seats, and so she has to pay for 2 seats when she goes and travels. She says, "This is not fair. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to pay for 2 seats. People looking at me with dirty looks saying, I don't want to sit to that person. I'm not going to have any room." Well, sorry, but can you blame them? I mean, I'm not fat phobic. I'm not trying to fat shame you. But when you're on a plane weighing 300, 400, 500 pounds and you're sitting next to someone and you're sitting up all in their space and they don't have any room, they're not going to like sitting next to you.
Did you know that more than 1 billion people in the world are plus size? That's roughly 13% of the population. And yet, many airlines still don't have clear policies in place to accommodate plus size passengers.
And so 1 billion people on this planet are plus size. And so what exactly is plus size? Plus size models are defined by the fashion industry as anyone larger than a size 6. I know firsthand, Allie usually fits a size 6 and or 8, and so being plus size model, you're not really all that big, now are you? Some departments may designate a size 12 as plus size, while others use a size 14. And so when she says 1 billion people are plus size, it's really not all that big. There's a big difference between being 400, 500 pounds and being a plus size model. And so newsflash, if you're a size 8, a size 12, 14, 18, I'm sure you're going to fit on a plane. Have you ever seen The Mountain? 6'8", close to 400 pounds? He has to fly in a plane. Does he complain and say, I want 2 seats all to myself and I don't want to have to pay for them? Is he trying to force airlines to change their policies, to make bigger seats to accommodate everyone? If they did that, guess what's going to happen? The price of seats going to go up. Oh, it's $600 for a flight right now? Next time it's going to be $1,200. With wider aisles, bigger seats, comes less availability, and so therefore the price is bound to go up. And so if you sign this petition, yeah, let's widen the doors. Let's increase the size of the seats. Let's give us some more leg and elbow room. Everyone loves that. But you ever see that Seinfeld episode? When you widen all the lanes, it causes a traffic jam.
Wide lanes. Yeah.
And so I get it. It sucks. It's not fun. But last I checked, you can in fact do something about it. You can actually go on a diet. You can start doing cardio. And so fat acceptance says, well, instead of making changes on yourself, instead of being proactive with your health, just accept your body and love it and force everyone else to accommodate you. Since when does that work? And so you don't think the Mountain has a hard time flying? But if he has to fly and he doesn't like being cramped up, guess what he can do? It's called first class tickets. They're wider seats, they give you more room, and yeah, they cost more. But it costs more because you need it. When I go to a restaurant, I'm a big eater. And so I have to order 2 mains. I'm paying double the price. Should I say, that's not fair? I need more food than other people, and so my portions should be bigger. We should all pay the same, but I need more food. I want to pay the same price. Of course not. The restaurant can say, well, because you eat so much, you got to eat before you go out. If you want to save money, why don't you eat a snack on the way to the restaurant? And so to the same extent, if you don't like it, why don't you do something about it? And yeah, I know, genetics. But listen, genetics is only 50% of the equation. The other 50%, it's up to you. You can, in fact, do something about it. You can get my freaking cookbook. You can go to my website, get a free diet and training program. I'm giving over 50,000 of these away for free. And so rather than making petitions, trying to force airlines to make changes, why don't you make changes yourself? Have you ever heard of NMN, the main ingredient in GO2 Max? This main ingredient has been shown double-blind, placebo-controlled human studies to make a significant improvement in your cardiovascular health. And what does that mean? Well, on the walking test scores, they improved by 50%. And so imagine you're walking, you get 50% better. That means you burn 50% more calories. And how do you lose weight? Calorie deficit. And so if you change your diet and start doing cardio, perhaps lifting weights, living a healthy lifestyle, you won't have all of these problems. Quick interruption. Click the like button. If you like the video, like it right now, and also subscribe. Under 50% subscribing. Get back to the video. And so for the most part, those seats, they're not comfortable for anyone. You're jammed up in a plane. But we don't want to have to pay double the prices to fly to our favorite destination. If it did, guess what happens? A lot of people, they can't afford it. Did you know that many people right now can't afford to fly? They're not privileged like you. You do, in fact, have a lot of money. You're flying first class, and when you fly economy, you're paying for 2 seats because you know you need them. But many people, they can't afford to fly. They're perhaps on welfare, they don't have a job, they simply don't have the money to fly. And so should they then make a petition and say airlines need to drop all the prices so they can fly? Perhaps drop the price down, $5. I could afford it then. And so think of it. Airlines can't just accommodate everyone. The billions of dollars spent on airlines, you think they suddenly going to rip out all the seats? Add in wide seats to accommodate people who are overweight? To widen the aisles to make it easy so that people who are morbidly obese, who aren't losing the weight, that they can have an easier time flying? Where would it stop? And so rather than thinking about how to change the world to better accommodate you, think about how can I change myself to better accommodate the world? And frankly, people who are morbidly obese, 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds, they can in fact lose weight if they tried. You can't tell me that it's impossible to lose weight. But a lot of people, the misfortune, perhaps they're in certain countries, they can't get a job. They're trying, but they can't get a job. At least not one that pays well enough to allow them to fly. And so when you sit there making video after video saying airlines need to change because, well, they don't accommodate me. I don't like having people look at me the wrong way. Imagine the people who can't even afford to fly. They don't have any money. They're on welfare, perhaps on the street. They don't even have a place to live. And these people, they wish they could eat. They wish they could get some food. There's so many people, so many countries around the world, third world countries, where eating, it's a luxury. You have food? Wow! I can't believe you're able to eat. Yet people of privilege, they can afford to eat, and they're perhaps 4 or 5, maybe even 600 pounds. Or more. So they're eating so much food, 3, 4, 5,000 plus calories a day. And so because of that, it's caused you to gain weight. Sorry to break it to you, but I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear that because you're morbidly obese, there's nothing that you could do about it. That it's not your fault. That it just all comes down to genetics. A little bit genetics, sure. But you can, in fact, make a difference. And so if somebody's a manlet, even shorter than Coach Greg, remember, I'm a 5'6" manlet. What if I was 3'6"? What if I couldn't reach the pedals on my car? Should I then make a petition and say all cars need to downsize? They all need to be made smaller so that I can drive them. Every car company in the world needs to make pedals that I can reach. I'm 3'6". I can't see over the steering wheel. I can't reach the pedals. Would that seem fair? Would that make sense? And so, no, we can't accommodate everyone. We can do our best. We can try. The airlines are trying, but they don't have a solution.
That's why I've started a petition calling on the FAA to require every airline to have a clear customer size policy in place for plus size passengers.
And so on that petition, do you also say that they need to make the airline tickets for free to accommodate people who can't afford it? Is that going to be on the petition? Where does it stop?
Here are 10 tips to help plus size travelers survive long haul flights. The first tip I have for you plus size travelers is to choose the right seat.
And so so if you're 500 pounds and can't fit in an economy class seat, get a first class seat. Yeah, it costs more, but there's more of you. You need a bigger seat.
The next tip I have for plus size travelers is to stay hydrated.
And so stay hydrated. Well, one problem is if you're too hydrated, you're going to have to get up and go to the bathroom more often. And remember, I'm not that big, 5'6", 190 pounds. I have a hard time squeezing by to get to the bathroom. And so my tip for plus size models, if you're going on an airline, try not to drink too much water. Go to the bathroom right before you get on the plane because chances are you're going to have a very difficult time fitting into that washroom. They're not big. You might not even fit yourself in there. And so please, if you're getting on a flight and you can't fit in the washroom, try going to the washroom right before the flight leaves.
This next tip is super important. Make sure to get up and walk around at least once every hour.
Better than a tip of getting up to walk around on the flight once every hour, which is going to be very difficult. Just think of it. There isn't a treadmill on a plane. It's not a gym. You don't just get up every hour and walk around and have a good time. There's 200 people on the flight every hour. Everyone gets up and stretches. What is it, baseball, 7-inning stretch? Take me off to the ball game. It's not a freaking gym. Do you know what'd be a better tip? Before buying a flight, get a gym membership. Perhaps start walking. Eat low-calorie dense foods. Eat healthy. Pick up my freaking cookbook. And if you don't have money, not everyone can afford it, head over to my website, click the link in the description, and get my free diet and training program. Over 50 pages. Going to help you on your weight loss journey. Tell you exactly what you need to do. Remember, I've given over 50,000 of these programs 100% free. So what do you think is more important? Riding the airlines to make all these changes, or changing yourself? And so what have you done? How are you benefiting the world? I make videos. I've made over 2,600 videos, over 600 million views, telling people how to live a healthy lifestyle, to not die to single-digit body fat. Do you know what I also do? Told people who are morbidly obese that perhaps you should lose some weight, that you owe it to yourself. That if you love yourself, you will be proactive and do something about it. You shouldn't be asking yourself if you can lose the weight. You should be saying, I need to lose the weight. I need to live a long and healthy life. And so to me, it should be a wake-up call. If you get on a plane and you need a seatbelt extender and you can't fit in the seat and you need to purchase 2 seats in order to go on a flight, I'd be thinking, yeah, it's about time. About time that I prioritize my health, that I perhaps consider losing some weight, to eat healthier, to go in this calorie deficit. No matter who you are, I promise you this. If you're morbidly obese, you can, in fact, lose weight. Sure, it's not going to be easy. You have to do some work, you have to move around, you have to eat healthier foods, but you can, in fact, do it. And so let me know in the comments section. Do you agree with this? Should airlines suddenly change all policy because there's plus-size people that don't fit on the planes? Or should people realize that we can't accommodate everyone? There's people in this world that have absolutely no money. They cannot afford to go on a flight. But yet we're complaining because we need to pay for 2 seats? Think about it. Life isn't fair. Subscribe, click the bell button, like this video if you liked it, as well as add a comment. It helps boost the algorithm. Don't forget about the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet book, the Harder Than Last Time clothing line. Please watch Wanna Bloops and follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. And until next time, I am out.